Welcome back to the channel, Rare Coins Collections, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we have an absolute gem for you, an overlooked piece of American history that could be hiding in your coin collection or even in your change jar. We're talking about the United States 1-cent coin from 1949, with a mint mark that could make it worth a lot more than you'd expect, whether you're an experienced numismatist or just starting to explore the world of coin collecting. This video will open your eyes to the hidden treasures that may be waiting to be discovered in your own collection. Stick around until the end, where we'll reveal just how much this particular 1949 penny could be worth. You're going to want to hear this. Let's start with a little history lesson on the 1949 United States 1-cent coin. This particular penny was minted during a period of post-war prosperity in the United States, just after the end of World War II. The year 1949 saw a booming economy and the beginning of the baby boomer generation, with the country entering a new era of growth and expansion. At the time, the U.S. Mint produced these pennies in large numbers, but due to various factors, like circulation, wear and tear, and time passing, finding one in excellent condition today is becoming increasingly rare. It's the kind of coin that could easily be overlooked in a pile of pennies, but for those who know what to look for, it could be a real jackpot. Now, let's dive into the details of the coin itself. On the obverse of the 1949 penny, you'll find the classic image of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most revered presidents in American history. The design, created by Victor David Brenner, has been in circulation since 1909. Lincoln's profile is surrounded by the inscription, "In God We Trust," with the year 1949 clearly stamped just beneath his bust. On the reverse side, the coin features the iconic wheat ears, which were part of the penny design from 1909 to 1958. The two stalks of wheat symbolize America's agricultural heritage and strength. At the center, you'll see the words 1 cent and E pluribus unum, while United States of America wraps around the outer edge. The 1949 penny might seem pretty standard on the surface, but don't be fooled, there's much more to this coin than meets the eye. Now, here's where things get interesting. The 1949 penny comes with a mint mark that plays a big role in its value. You might notice a small letter under the date on the obverse of the coin. This mint mark tells you where the coin was made. For the 1949 penny, the mint marks could be one of three possibilities: D. Minted in Denver, Colorado. S. Minted in San Francisco, California. No mint mark, minted in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. While all three versions of the 1949 penny are of interest to collectors, the real value lies in the rarity and condition of these coins, especially those with specific mint marks. Coins with the S mint mark, minted in San Francisco, are considered rarer than the others, and they tend to fetch much higher prices among collectors. If you're looking at a 1949 S penny in excellent condition, especially one with minimal wear or signs of circulation, you could be looking at something that's worth far more than its original face value of 1 cent. Let's talk about condition. This is where things really get exciting. Coins are graded based on their wear and tear, and the more pristine the coin, the higher its value. Grading is based on a scale from poor to mint state, MS 70, which is perfect. The key to a high-value coin is finding one in uncirculated or MS 63 condition or better. If your 1949 penny has retained its original luster and shows minimal signs of wear, especially around Lincoln's features and the wheat stalks, it could significantly increase its worth. Coins in fine or very fine condition will be worth more than heavily worn or corroded coins, but if you find one in MS 65 or higher, then you've got a real treasure on your hands. Beyond the standard versions of the 1949 penny, there are also rarer variants and minting errors that can make this coin worth much more. Errors could include things like double die varieties, where the coin was struck more than once, causing overlapping images. These types of errors are highly sought after by collectors and can dramatically increase the coin's value. Keep an eye out for any unusual markings, misplaced digits, or smudged features. These could be signs of a valuable minting error. So, how much is a 1949 penny worth, you ask? Well, the answer depends on several factors: the mint mark, condition, and any potential errors. A typical 1949 penny in average condition might be worth around 10 to 50 cents, but that's just the beginning. If you happen to have a 1949 penny in mint state, or a penny with an uncommon minting error, you could be looking at a value that's far more impressive. In fact, if you have a 1949 penny in uncirculated condition or a rare minting error, it could fetch an astounding $30,000, that's right, $30,000 for a single 1949 penny. A small, seemingly ordinary coin could hold the key to a small fortune, especially if it's been well preserved or has a unique minting error. So, next time you're sorting through your loose change or browsing through old coins, remember to check for this hidden treasure. It could be worth more than you think. Today, we have a real gem to talk about, one of the most iconic coins in American history that might just be hiding in your change jar or tucked away in an old coin collection. If you've ever wondered if your 1944 penny could be worth something more than just 1 cent, you're in for a treat. We're diving deep into the United States 1-cent coin from 1944, with a special focus on its mint mark and how certain versions of this coin could be worth a small fortune. You won't want to miss this. Stay tuned until the end when we reveal just how much this coin could actually fetch on today's market. Let's get started. Before we get into the specifics, let's take a step back in time and look at the historical context of the 1944 1-cent coin. This penny was minted during one of the most pivotal times in U.S. and world history, the height of World War II. In 1944, the United States was deep into the war effort, and the country was experiencing significant changes in both its economy and its minting practices. Because of wartime material shortages, the 1944 penny was made of steel and zinc, rather than the usual copper alloy. This was a temporary change implemented during the war to conserve copper for ammunition and other military uses. By 1944, the U.S. Mint was in full swing, producing these pennies in large quantities to meet the needs of the American economy. But what makes this coin truly special isn't just its history, it's the rare versions that can be worth a lot more than face value. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1944 penny. You'll find a classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner. Lincoln, one of the most beloved presidents in American history, faces right, with the inscription, "In God We Trust," above him and the year, 1944, just beneath his bust. You'll find the iconic wheat ears, a design that has become synonymous with the wheat penny series. The two stalks of wheat represent America's agricultural heritage, and at the center, you'll see the inscription 1 cent and E pluribus unum. Surrounding the coin is the phrase United States of America, further solidifying the coin's patriotic symbolism. While the design may seem simple and familiar, it's important to remember that small changes, like the mint mark and the condition of the coin, can drastically impact its value. Now, here's where things get interesting. The 1944 penny was minted in several locations, and the mint mark on your coin can make all the difference in terms of its rarity and value. There are 3 possible mint marks that you'll find on the 1944 penny. In the world of numismatics, condition is everything. The value of a coin increases exponentially with the quality of its preservation. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, with coins in mint state being nearly perfect, often referred to as uncirculated or MS-65 and higher. A 1944 penny in fine condition or very fine will typically be worth more than a heavily worn or corroded coin. But here's the real kicker. If you happen to have a 1944 penny that's in uncirculated condition or MS-65 or higher, your coin could be worth significantly more than you ever imagined. Some of the most coveted 1944 pennies are those that have been well preserved and show little to no signs of wear, with crisp, sharp details and luster that has remained intact over the years. And it gets even better. Some 1944 pennies feature minting errors or unique variants that make them even more valuable to collectors. One of the most famous examples is the 1944 steel penny, an error coin that was accidentally struck with steel instead of copper after the war. This mistake is rare and highly sought after. Other types of errors you might find include double die varieties, where the design is faintly stamped twice, creating a blurry or overlapping image. These error coins are highly collectible and can add a premium value to your 1944 penny, especially if it's in good condition. If you think you might have a rare error coin, it's definitely worth taking it to a professional grader to get an official assessment. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. How much can a 1944 penny actually be worth? Well, if you've got a 1944's penny in uncirculated condition or one with a rare minting error, you could be sitting on a real treasure. A 1944's penny in mint state can be worth thousands of dollars. However, if you've got a rare error coin, like a 1944 steel penny or a double die variety, you might be able to sell it for an astonishing $33,000, that's right, $33,000 for a single 1944 penny. If you happen to have one of these rare, pristine examples of American coinage, you could be sitting on a small fortune. So, next time you're going through your old coin collection or browsing through your change, make sure to keep an eye out for this iconic coin. Today, we've got a coin that's often overlooked, but could be worth a small fortune if you know what to look for. We're talking about the United States 1-cent coin from 1957, a penny that may just be sitting in your collection or in a jar of old change, waiting to make you a lot richer than you think. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into the 1957 penny, its history, design, mint marks, and, most importantly, how much it could be worth today. You won't want to miss the exciting reveal at the end, so stay tuned as we explore this fantastic piece of American numismatic history. Let's start with a little background on the 1957 1-cent coin. By 1957, the United States had long been in the post-World War II era, and the country was booming with economic growth. The 1950s were a time of cultural and technological transformation in the U.S., and this is reflected in the coins of the era. In 1957, the United States Mint continued to produce pennies made from copper, following the use of steel pennies during the war years. The 1957 penny was part of the iconic wheat penny series, which ran from 1909 to 1958. The wheat design, which features two stalks of wheat on the reverse side, is now considered a classic and highly collectible part of U.S. coinage history. However, not all 1957 pennies are created equal, and some versions are worth far more than others. To understand how valuable your 1957 penny could be, we need to look closely at the coin's design and minting details. On the obverse side of the 1957 penny, you'll find the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. This design, created by sculptor Victor David Brenner, has been in circulation since 1909 and is one of the most recognizable images in American coinage. Lincoln's profile is framed by the inscription, "In God We Trust," above, and "Liberty," on the left, with the year 1957 stamped just below his bust. It's a simple yet powerful design that pays homage to one of America's greatest leaders. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find the famous wheat ears design, which was created by Frank Gasparo. The two stalks of wheat on either side of the coin symbolize America's agricultural heritage and are flanked by the words, 1 cent, in the center. Beneath that, you'll see, E pluribus unum, the national motto, and United States of America, encircling the coin. It's a beautiful and timeless design, but here's the catch: some 1957 pennies are far more valuable than others, based on factors like the mint mark, condition, and rarity. The 1957 penny was minted in 3 main locations across the United States: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The key to understanding the value of your coin lies in the mint mark on the coin. If you look just below the date on the obverse side, you'll see a small letter that indicates where the coin was produced, no mint mark. This indicates that the penny was minted in Philadelphia. These coins are common and typically not worth much more than face value unless they're in uncirculated condition. D. Mint mark. This stands for the Denver Mint, and these coins are slightly less common than the Philadelphia minted pennies. However, unless they're in pristine condition, they typically won't command a high premium. S. Mint mark. This is the rarest of the 3 for the 1957 penny. Coins minted in San Francisco are often sought after by collectors because they were produced in smaller quantities, making them more difficult to find in good condition. Now, while the mint mark is important, condition is absolutely critical when determining a coin's value. Pennies from 1957 that have been circulated and show signs of wear are worth very little. But if you find a 1957 penny in uncirculated or mint state condition, especially with the S mint mark, you could be sitting on a very valuable coin. When it comes to the world of coin collecting, condition is king. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, with mint state, MS 70, being the highest possible grade. A coin's grade will determine its value in the market, and the higher the grade, the higher the price. That a 1957 penny that's been well preserved with minimal signs of wear and retains its original luster can be worth much more than a heavily circulated coin. Grading for pennies is often done on a 1 to 70 scale, where MS 60 represents a coin with some wear but still in decent condition, while MS 65 and above represents a coin with little to no wear and excellent eye appeal. If your 1957 penny has sharp details, crisp lettering, and shows no signs of significant wear on Abraham Lincoln's profile or the wheat stalks, you could have an uncirculated coin that's worth more than you might expect. If you really want to take your coin collection to the next level, then minting errors are the ultimate treasure. Coins with errors are rare and highly sought after by collectors. In the case of the 1957 penny, you may encounter coins with double die varieties, where the image is faintly stamped twice, creating a blurry or overlapping effect. These types of minting errors are especially valuable because they are unique. Another error to watch out for is off-center strikes, where the design on the coin is not properly aligned with the die. These error coins can fetch much higher prices than normal, and if you find one, it could be your ticket to a big payday. So, the big question: how much is your 1957 penny worth? Well, if you've got a 1957 penny in mint state or uncirculated condition, you could be looking at a value of several $100s. But the true jackpot comes if you have a rare error coin or an uncirculated 1957 penny in perfect condition. And now, for the exciting reveal. If your 1957 penny is a rare, uncirculated specimen, or if it has an error that stands out, it could be worth an astonishing $35,000, that's right, $35,000 for a single 1957 penny. A simple coin that you might have thought was just a piece of pocket change could actually be a collector's dream come true. So, the next time you're going through your spare change or looking through your coin collection, make sure to check those mint marks, condition, and look out for any potential errors. It could be worth a small fortune. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare and valuable coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.